You are walking at the corridors of KPMG in São Paulo. I'm Augusto Salles, DBA researcher and partner at KPMG Global Strategy Group in Brazil. My area of expertise is mergers and acquisitions. My team is working on a deal that involves a global beverage company acquiring a family-owned business here in Brazil. M&A is a tricky animal, and more than 50% of the deals fail to create value. Why is that? Well, one of the most difficult aspects to manage is people and culture. Today, we are using Luhmann's functional system framework to try understanding better and possibly design a strategy to mitigate potential cultural clash and resistance to change. Working with me are Alvin Alex, Associate Director, and Amanda Copus, Consultant. You ready?
Okay, so we have the two companies here. So Jupiter, we have economic. Well, Amanda, what do we have on Jupiter?
First of all, I think economic because the whole enterprise is moved by the economic and the power thing, and then sport linked to the economic position.
Yeah, very kind of
Yeah,
competitive.
and, yeah, and also political, thinking about power
Yeah,
and mass media. Always,
yeah, a lot of
also
visibility.
linked to power and competitive. Then I think education, but looking for the internal processes and employees. The science, I think everything they do is based in
Facts.
yes, in facts. Not that's why I put religion.
Not at the point.
Yeah. The legal, I don't think they respect the the legal aspect. I think the
Yeah, and
four aspects are the
yeah,
most insignificant to them.
yeah, that's very interesting.
Maybe if I could stop here, I think this would define them both.
Better than that.
Yeah, Jupiter.
Yeah. What about Juno?
Juno, I think it's kind of a different company in comparison to Jupiter. I think the company probably emphasizes the healthy aspects of life. They're probably a little bit more oriented towards the creative, artistic side in terms of how they produce their packages. And would imagine the company having this as their ethos or their core values in almost not a religious way, but something similar. And I think there's probably a high emphasis on mass media in the company in terms of how they want to communicate their message. And I can imagine a culture maybe that fosters education, continuous learning for their employees, and folks being there competitive, but in a friendly way to improve themselves, etc. So I can see an emphasis a little bit on science, but this is more towards the later end. It's a natural product company, so but I'm sure they still invest in science and the latest technologies for producing healthy products. And then after all that, I think they say, okay, if we do all these things right, the economic results will follow. And I think in the background, they have folks making sure the legal and political aspects are right. That comes at the very end.
Yeah, makes sense. So what we're trying to do here, we have two companies. We codename them Jupiter, it's more powerful, right? And Juno. They both into the drinks business, food and drink kind of. Jupiter is a company which has more kind of a banking background, so the executives are more like former banking employees, investment banking. So, and Junior, it's a new company, kind of a startup, and what they do is trying to produce juices which are more kind of ready to drink juices, but more kind of towards natural, trying to avoid the concentrate space. So they are in different segments. This one is a giant producing traditional kind of beverage, and this one is producing new stuff, more kind of towards the wellness, the individual. So we're putting together the two and looking into Luhmann's kind of theory and trying to see if this works as a proxy for cultural clash. This company, if they get acquired, if you think about Jupiter on the first level, what we put is economic, and then followed by sports. It means that they're very driven by money, generating money, and also very competitive winners in their marketplace. These guys have perhaps a more health in a way of restoring the market, of kind of restoring what people drink, and then art, because they have a high aesthetics concern, right? Followed by religion, because they believe that by doing this, they're doing the right thing. Both take in consideration mass media, as need to be spreading and multiplicating what they're doing. So what we're trying to do here, then we're going to do this assessment, then we're going to test if what's going to happen with the merger later on during the process.